Good evening there, Stratomatic Baseball fans. This is Tenacious Earl here on the Tabletop Baseball channel. At the moment, I am the only one doing games on here while my partner, Tabletop Earl, is taking a bit of a sabbatical from this. Not a long sabbatical, just maybe a week or so. And yeah, so I wouldn't call this a marquee matchup here today, but it's got some interest. You've got Detroit Tigers and the Baltimore Orioles. Detroit at 3-10, not a very good record. They haven't been playing well. Baltimore Orioles 5-8, also not playing up to snuff at the moment. The Tigers have Mike Pelfrey back from injury. He'll be taking the mound for them. I got my Sabres flag flying around back here because I have a fan going. I guess I should turn this a little bit. I hope it doesn't catch too much of the microphone. The Orioles have Yovani Gallardo going for them. So a couple right-handers, and so I had a question there from Mr. Utah Mike, who hasn't been around. I guess he hasn't been around on the broadcast as much, and I have to in the chat room, and I will have to say that I could make notice of that, which is no big deal, but I don't care. I mean, I love to have people here, but I know that life gets in the way, and there's lots of people have lots of busy times, and so, but he said, where's the box? And I don't know, I guess I've just been in a little, and when I mean box, I had this box of dice that now I keep my dice in it, at least at the moment. I was using it as a bit of a dice tray, but I guess, I don't know. I didn't like the fact that they seemed to be flying off the table and all over the place, so I just decided to roll them out here on the paper, and if they go flying off to the side, I'll just make amends and move them over. So it's a pretty nice night here in Baltimore. Not a great night, just an average night. It's going to be 8s for ballpark singles. And for lefties on the ballpark home run, it'll be a 13. That'll be the upper number. Upper number for righties will be 10. So they'll do a little bit better than 50% when it comes to home runs on the ballpark chances. And oh, okay, there you go. There's Mr. Utah Mike. Of course, it figures I'd be talking about him and he'd be around. So, but that's good. Good to see you, Mike. Hope everything is good in there, out there in the, I don't know how close you are to the Wasatch Mountains, but I just dropped the die. Utah is actually a state that I can say I've been to, so I've been to a few, but not as many as you'd think. Utah would have been one of the states I haven't been to yet, but somehow a conference for work happened back, I don't know, maybe 2005, something like that. So it's been 12 years, I guess. But anyway, so I'm sure things have changed a lot. University of Utah. Anyway, Yovani Gallardo will be out on the mound, and he's going to face these Tigers facing the right-hander. It'll be Kinsler leading off, Justin Upton in left, Miguel Cabrera at first, J.D. Martinez in right, Nick Castellanos gets another start at third base. Tyler Collins gets a chance to play in center today. Catching will be James McCann, Jose Iglesias, shortstop, and Mike Pelfrey, the pitcher. He'll have hitting card numero uno, and he will face Gallardo. Here is Kinsler. Ballpark home run chance right off the bat. 1-10 for the righty, and it is a 5. It is gone. So, leadoff homer for Kinsler. And that's the downside. I will say one of the things that was annoying me about the box was that I seem to be getting more and more leaners. So, when I get leaners, it makes me meaner. Justin Upton now, 1-0 lead. Something the Tigers haven't seemed to have gotten too much lately. And that's a ground ball to short for the first out. Paul Janish there for the... let me see. I should look this up. I assume that's how you say his name, but maybe it's Janish. P-A-U-L. J. Let's see. Let's go to the good old Giannis. How about that? Miguel Cabrera. Boy, I messed up that little rolling R. 2-7 strikes out. So, first strikeout for Gallardo. 2 outs. J.D. Martinez. And he's going to get at least a single out of this with 2 outs. It will be a single. 1 to 2 would be double. So, Martinez, not a great prospect there to steal. Castellanos, first base runner. They're holding him on 5-6 against a righty. And that's a tall pop up to Giannis. And a catch made for the final out. 1 run on the solo home run. So I hope everybody's doing well. We got the old orange and black die. I was lucky to get one of those somewhere along the way. That must have been in the set that I bought with my son. We kind of traded some... we got together and got, I think, 12. And so he got 5 and I got 5. Or no, maybe it was 10. He got 5, I got 5. And anywho, hi Larry and hi Tribe fan. We are looking live at Camden Yards. Anyway, Pelfrey to the mound. This will be the Baltimore lineup. Kim in left, Scope at second base, Chris Davis at first base, Trumbo in right, Manny Machado at third, Matt Wieters catching, Adam Jones in center, Paul Giannis at short, and Gallardo, he has number 3 pitcher's hitting card, and here's Kim leading off. And he will hit it on the ground to Iglesias for the first out. Here is Scope. And he strikes out. So Pelfrey back from injury and having a good first inning thus far. Here's Chris Davis. Davis, he got a couple home runs last game, and that brings him up to 3. Tied for the lead with Adam Jones, and so we'll see if he can get another one here. 2-9, and he strikes out. So a good start for Pelfrey. 1-0 Detroit. Oakley dokley. Little Ned Flanders speak there. For let's get on to the second inning. Tyler Collins against a lefty. 6'4", our first X-Chance center fielder is Jones, and he is a 2. E2. And we'll give it a big old roll. And that is going to be an out. James McCann. Guess you guys are watching the Indian strikes him out. So, maybe. Oh, I think I just got my hand in that. Anyway, I'd love to get an Indians game in here somehow, but the league's already started. Iglesias against a righty, that's a 6-7, and that'll be another 2-out hit off Gallardo. That'll turn the lineup over, and that is a single. Needed a 1-8 for a double. It's going to bring up Pelfrey. I'm going to go ahead and let Pelfrey swing away here. Not a great chance, but a 4-9. But that's a fly ball to right, and Trumbo with the gumbo, and no runs on a hit. We're going to go to the bottom of the second. Maybe that's a can of okra, not a can of corn there. So, speaking of Trumbo, he's going to lead off the second for the Orioles. 3-6, and that's a single. When I roll these like this, I don't really care so much about the little lean, as long as it's not like, as long as it's not up against the metal part of the thing. Little lean is okay. Oh no, Lindor doubled off. Manny Machado against a righty, 5-7, and that will be a hit. Single, 2 stars. First and third, with nobody out. They're going to be holding both runners on. Actually, they won't hold Trumbo on. We'll give them some latitude with a runner at third base. If the runner is liable to maybe even take off speedy, we'll hold him on. But we're going to hold Machado at first, so it's Matt Wieters. First and third, nobody out. Infield is back. They want to look for 2, and they'll let the game get tied up 3-4. And that's exactly the result that they were after. It's a 5-4-3. Run scores, no RBI for Wieters. But it is 1-1. Orioles level it up. And now it'll be Adam Jones. And that's a 1-4, and that's a line out to third. That's it. They do square it up, 1-1, going to the third. Both pitchers 6'11" is their injury roll, so you gotta keep an eye on that. Top of the order for the Tigers, it'll be Kinsler, 1-1. And that is a 4-8 on a righty, and got a chance at picking up a triple here off. That was a 4. Moved the dice, and it kind of toppled over there. But 1-5 triple. The rest will be doubles. That is a double. No. So there's a question from Larry Harris. No, you do not award an RBI if it was a double play that scores a run. There's no run batted in for that. That's a punishment for grounding in a double play. If the runner beats it, if the batter beats out the throw to first, there is an RBI. So it's kind of a stupid way to account for it. But on the other hand, I guess that's their way of. It is an RBI. It is in the box score. Okay. In like a regular box score? Oh. A fly ball double play. Wait, so, well, you'll have to explain. Are you on a ground ball double play, there's no RBI. On a fly ball double play, if the lead runner scores, but the other guy gets doubled off, then I guess it would be the scorer's discretion that the run would have scored if, and maybe they cut the throw off in order to get the guy doubling off or something like that. I think I don't know. Did the run even score? So if he's doubled off, does that mean he's doubled off trying to advance to second base, or he's doubled off because he didn't tag up? See, I'm not watching this game, so I really couldn't tell. This is a situation that happened in this Cleveland game. I'm taking it, and maybe Lindor was trying to get the throw cut off, so he decided to take off for second. They wanted to get the run, so it was sort of a trade-off. They get then the run shouldn't have scored, right? I mean, I can't. It's tough to see that. I guess the run would score. To me, it would seem like if the guy can't get back to the base, then. Oh, there were no outs. Then I guess that's fine then. But still, I mean, with one out, you're It's probably smart base running by Lindor, regardless. If he's at first with nobody out, first and third, nobody out, sack fly, and he takes too big of a lead because he's trying to get to third with less than 2 outs, that's probably a viable trade-off. If you can get to third, or possibly even score depending on how... Well, you're not going to score on a sack fly, but if for some reason it doesn't get caught, and who knows, maybe the outfielder like duped him or something. Maybe he pretended like it was going over his head to try and get him. Like I said, I didn't see this. So Kinsler's second, nobody out. Upton at the plate, not a good bunter, so... And a 3-4 has a ground ball to short, won't advance the runner. Miguel Cabrera. Kinsler, what has he got here? He's got an 11 in that second number. Gallardo -1, Wieters -2, so that's a -3, and they'd be holding him on. So that'd be a 1 to 4 chance. He's not going to try stealing third here. With them holding him on, obviously. Against a righty 5-8, ground ball to second. This could move the runner up. But he is responsible for holding the runner. So that's scope 3 E8 because he's holding him. 3 and an 8. This could be a single. Let's see. It is 3 and an 8. It's one of these ground ball with a number sign. That means that if he's holding the runner on, it's a single. And then let's check the 15 on the E8. No error, but that's going to score a run. I definitely feel like with 1 out, you're going to hold a guy like Kinsler on because you just don't want him taken off if you can help it. So that brings up JD Martinez. I'll have to see how everything turns out in this league. If it seems like runs start going up, then we may have to rethink this. 1-9 strikeout. 2 down. Derrick Rose is a Cavalier. Wow. Surprise, surprise that the rich always get richer in the NBA. And there's a pop out short. I know I'm bashing on the Cavs to a couple of Cavs fans, but yeah, 1 run here. It's 2-1 Detroit. Kind of a long second inning or third inning here because I've been chatting about the game and now about the Cavaliers. But Giannis leading off here, bottom of the third, behind, and that's a line out to third base for the first out. And here's Gallardo. Batting from the right side of 5'9" is a shortstop X. Iglesias is a 1E7, and he will make the play on that. And so that brings up Kim with 2 outs. And a 1-6, that'll be a single. Brings up Scope. Yeah, maybe Derrick Rose isn't the best example of that. He's not exactly in the prime of his career anymore. So, but ground ball to pitcher, that inning will be over. So no runs on a hit. Hi, Al. Going to the 4th, 2-1 Detroit on top. Looking for their 4th win on the season. Tyler Collins. And the big 6-12. That's going to be a 1 would be a single. It's an 18. That'll be a line out to second. It's Al, Red Sox fan. 3-4, ground ball to third base. Machado makes short work of that, and here is Iglesias. 1-5, and he singles. Again, he turns the lineup over. Man, 2 for 2. If only Pelfrey could figure something out here. Let's see. Gallardo, yeah, that's not somebody you necessarily want to run on. Iglesias, he could, it's a 1 to 10, but they're going to turn this lineup over. And it's a 3-7, and it's a ground ball to second. Ends the inning. Another hit. That's 6 for the Tigers here off Gallardo in 4 innings. And they have a 2-1 lead. Yeah, the internet, kind of a up and down thing. Chris Davis here, lefty, for 6. Draws a base on balls. Brings up Mark Trumbo. Well, for a guy who hit 47 dingers, he's gotten off to a bit of a slow start. 3 home runs in 13 games. So you multiply that by, it's actually right on the money. 30 and 16 is 48, so he's kind of on pace. So here's Trumbo with a runner at first. And there's 6'10". We're all around that 6'11". That would be Pelfrey's injury number, which he already hit in this season to begin with. 6'10" righty, fly ball to right field B. No advancement as JD gets that. Here's Manny Machado. 5'8". And ground ball to second base. Right-hander means that the second baseman will be responsible. That's Kinsler, makes him a 2E10. 2 and a 9. That's probably going to be a G3. No, that's a G2. Almost gets the G1 out of it, but that will be a... they won't... And an 11, he'll be fine, but that's going to get the lead runner. Fielder's choice. So with 2 outs in Machado, first it'll be Wieters. 5'8", with a 1 on the D20, meaning we check for a wild pitch. 1 to 4. It's a 5, so squeaks by on that. 3-6, and that's a no, it's not a single. Runner's not in scoring position. That's a line out to second. So we're through 4. It's still 2-1 in favor of the boys from Detroit. Checking the chat. Yes, it is a close game so far. Gallardo and Pelfrey scattering some hits. Only 1 potential long ball so far. And Kinsler got it to lead off the game. So, oh. Got a case of the dropping dice here tonight. That's okay, we need a little break. Took a little drink. And we're ready for the 5th. Kinsler against Gallardo. He's 2 for 2, a double and a home run. Against a righty, a 5-6, he pops out to Yanish. Justin Upton, 0 for 2. Grounded out to short both times. That's a 3-3. Ballpark single, 1 to 8. And he's going to line out to short. So with 2 outs, Cabrera, 1 for 2. Single strikeout. 3-5 and another single. 2 for 3, and he brings up JD Martinez, guy with some pop. And that's a 3-4. And that one is long. He lifts it out of here. It is out of here. Long gone. Into the bleachers here at Camden Yards. And 2-out rally here from the, not really a rally, I guess, because they're ahead. But that's going to be 4-1. Detroit touching up Gallardo here with 2 outs. JD Martinez with his being derelict in duty here on the stats a bit tonight. Kinsler hit his second home run of the year. And J.D. Martinez, that is his third. And he had 22, so he's a little ahead of pace. Castellanos, still 2 outs, 1-8. That's a single. So 3 in a row here given up in the 5th, and that means that that is Gallardo's weakness point. I'm going to go ahead and let him stick it around here for a minute. Tyler Collins, 3-8. And that's a fly ball to left. It'll be caught by Kim, but 2 more runs for the Tigers. We're going to go to the bottom of the 5th. Gallardo will be up 3rd, and you have to imagine this will be the end of the road for him. Baltimore. They're going to get Dylan Bundy warming up, and Pelfrey will come back out for the bottom of the inning. Utah Street. There you go, yeah. Got to bring that in, I guess. Adam Jones. They got to get back here into this game. And that's a 1-7. And that's going to be at least a single. It's a 15. That brings up Giannis. J.J. Hardy still injured. Jones, Pelfrey, and McCann, they're a tough combo. We can't really hit and run here. We're going to go ahead and swing away with Giannis from the right side. 5-6 against a right. He walks him, so that's a lucky roll for the reserve shortstop. And that's going to bring up Gallardo, but he will not get the opportunity. Well, let's see. Gallardo, well, he's a good bunter. We should probably give him a shot to bunt here. Although he is weak. Well, you're going to throw away an out, and I don't think they can. They may not want to throw away outs here. They're going to go with Ryan Flaherty. So Gallardo's day is done. They're putting Bundy away. They're going to have who's coming up? McCann, and yeah, they're going to go with. They're going to have Brad Brock come out. So Flaherty will pinch hit here in the with 2 on and nobody out. And let's see what happens here. Lefty against a righty. Oh, and this is also Pelfrey's inning of weakness, a 4 on the D20. It's a 4-5 against a lefty. Ground ball to second base, A. That is rather unfortunate right there. That's going to be a 4-6-3. The runner does move up to second, or up to third, but 2 outs, and Flaherty gets some bad luck there. So here we go with 2 outs. Adam Jones at third. They sure could use a hit here. 2 on the D20 with a 5 means a potential passed ball. McCann is a 1. Needs a 1 for it to be a passed ball here. It's 15. So Kim with a chance to score a run, maybe. 2-9, strikes him out. And Pelfrey manages that situation. So, he'll bat third. They'll give him another shot here. They're going to bring in Brock. Gallardo goes 5 innings. Put him on the discard, and here is Brock coming out for McCann, Iglesias, and the pitcher spot. So here's McCann. Righty 6-7, strikes him out. Iglesias, 2 for 2. That's a 6-8 against a righty, another strikeout. Got a couple lucky 6 rolls. Well, Pelfrey, he'll go ahead and swing away here. 2 outs, and that's a 3-6. That's a ground ball to short. Giannis throws to first. So through 5.5, we are still at 4-1 Tigers. Pelfrey will keep going. He'll get maybe 2 more innings. We'll see how he does here in the bottom of the 6th with the heart of the order. 2, 3, 4. Scope. 6-11, and that's Pelfrey's injury number. That's a ground ball to third. And we got to roll this off. I hate doing it. See, Pelfrey started 22 games. He's already missed. What? How many did he miss so far? 9 games. So that's 1 start and change. So in theory, he probably missed 3 starts. So we got to be careful how far we take him down here. Well, let's see. 14, but he can stay into the game as long as he wants because of the 1 by my rules. 14. That's a 4-gamer, which is not a big deal because he pitches every 5th day. So that's basically a nothing burger. Or wait, what was that? 14? That's for a batter. For a pitcher, that's 11 games. It's not a nothing burger. That is a it's 2 starts, and I think I would probably have to call that the last injury that he will sustain. So we get Pelfrey back. Now we got to take him back out again. That's kind of a stupid way to do business, but that is the way it goes in Stratomatic with injuries. Chris Davis, 2-6, strikes him out. And a 1-7 is another strikeout. So that is that 7? No, 5. My bad. 5 strikeouts for Pelfrey. And with a 1-2-3 inning, he's probably going to come back in for the 7th. So, they're going to go with Michael Givens now, trying to hold these guys in here. Give them a chance to come back, trying to use their best guys. Top of the order for the Tigers as Givens comes in. He's going to face Kinsler, Upton, and Cabrera. .312. Single. 3 for 4 for Kinsler on this game, bringing his average of 241 up a bit. Here is Upton. Let's see. 16 minus +7. He's going to try to take a lead and steal a base even with a 3-run lead. 4 doesn't get the lead. So re-roll for Upton. 5-3 against a righty, and that is a ballpark single. 1 to 8. Be a line out to shortstop, 1 down. Miguel Cabrera. They're not gonna try hitting the run. Here's Cabrera. 1-8. That's a single. Good thing we didn't hit and run there. I like the thought of hitting and running, but with 1 out, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So that brings up Martinez. Givens a bit on the ropes here. 1st and 3rd, they're going to play the infield in. Yeah, they'll play the infield in here. 4-8 against a righty, strikes him out. So, hi Beatles. 2 outs, Nick Castellanos. 6-7 against a righty, ground ball to second. Castellanos a righty, so that means scope is a 3E8. 3 and a 10. I think that gets the job done, barely. If you can see that there, 10. Yeah, that's a G2. But let's see. Uh-oh, 16 on the E8. Oh, it's a 1 base error. It's going to score a run. It's now 5-1 Detroit. Bad luck there for Gibbons. Won't be charged with an earned run on that one, but it's going to bring up Tyler Collins. And the Orioles will let Gibbons face him. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Against a lefty, 4-3, ground ball to first. Chris Davis, a good, and they aren't having to hold the runner on because he's not the lead runner. That's a 111. And he's lucky because a 1 and a 4 is going to be okay. And then the 10 will be just fine. So that'll be a 3-1. Ends the inning. But it should have been over. But Scope boots it, and another run comes across. It's 5-1. So Pelfrey, he's going to get another inning here. His pitch count's pretty low. Manny Machado, 3-7, ground ball to short. Iglesias, up with it, throws to first in time. Wieters, 6-8, batting from the left side, 6-8, single 5-20. It's a 5. Would have been the dreaded catcher triple. Wieters did have a triple, by the way, so just for the sake of argument. So Adam Jones. The Tigers are going to start. Here's a couple of extra players I don't need at the moment, or I shouldn't have. All right. Who's coming up? We're going to get Drew Verhagen. Oh, so here's Adam Jones. Excuse me, 3-2 against a righty, and a 1-14 will be a single. And that is a single with 1 star, first and second, and I think this is going to be it for Pelfrey. As I'm going to bring up Janish. I can't believe I just said Janish again after I was told it was Janish. See, bring in a lefty, and so they also have Kyle Ryan warming up. So you bring in a lefty hitter, and they're going to bring in a lefty to counter. Janish is not very good as far as hitting goes against either. They're gonna let Pelfrey go. They give him a little bit of rope here. Janish, first and second, 1 out. Let me see. I'm gonna make one more check here. We could go with Pedro Alvarez, but we're gonna go ahead with Janish here. That's a 111. That's a foul out to third base for the second out. And now you do have to pinch hit for the pitcher spot. That's Gibbons. You don't have to, but you kind of do. And They're going to save Alvarez and bring in Rickard to hit. Save Alvarez for a potentially more lucrative spot. First and second, 2 outs. Here is Rickard against Pelfrey. 2-8. 1-9 would be a home run. Oh my goodness, that would bring it. That would make it 5-4 on a 1-9. Is Rickard going to go yard? It is a 9. Now we have to check the dimensions of Camden yards. That's going to be out if the wall in left is taller than 10 foot. It is a 7-foot wall, so now we have to go off of Upton's. Yeah, it's a gone maybe. I'll tell you, the home run robbing, I'm starting to wonder if it's not worth it. Just because I feel like it takes some drama out. It really does. So Upton is a 3. Means 1-11 is a home run, 12-20 is a fly out. So here we go, 1-11 home run, and it's a 13. And that ends the inning. What a buzzkill. Thanks, Strat. Well, Pelfrey thinks thanks, Strat. Save him a little bit on his ERA at the moment. So they go stranded. Should have been a home run. Should have overruled it, said it hit his glove and knocked over, but it's not the way I am. So going to the 8th. Still 5-1. And they're going to go with Dylan Bundy here. Yeah, it's a good catch. Good catch by Upton. If I really thought that they rated range for outfielders on the way they rob home runs, I guess I would maybe trust it a little more, but in any regard, that's fine. I know it kind of comes across that I'm rooting for the Orioles at this point, and not really trying to, but I guess it's probably showing a little bit here. I guess only because I'd like it. I think it'd be fun to have a close game, and that would have tightened it up some. But we want it to be accurate as possible, and so okay, it's gonna be Dylan Bundy. I'll probably go 2 innings unless. So it'll be McCann, Iglesias, and the pitcher spot. They will definitely be hitting for McCann against Bundy. 4-2 against righty. That's a walk. Wasn't there a street named Bundy in the O.J. Simpsons? It's kind of appropriate that we have Bundy in here if that's the case. Jose Iglesias. Not going to be bunting here. Go with the hit and run. What the heck? They're going to have to hold McCann on. He's going to be an A hit and run guy. Let's have some. Well, it's not going to go to hit and run. Against a righty, 4-8, 1-17 single. Otherwise, it'll be a line out. And that's a single. And 2-base advance because of the hit and run. So that brings up Pelfrey's spot, and well, I'll tell you what, the Tigers have been playing pretty poorly, so we're going to give Anthony Goes his last at bat, I believe. I think at this point we're going to bring in Maben, bring Maben up, Cameron Maben. He played center for a lot of that season after about this point, so say goodbye to Anthony. We'll see if he can get another big hit. Let's see what he's at right now. 290. So, doesn't have any RBIs, but, yeah. Doesn't seem poor enough to warrant a let go, but he batted 209 in real life, so. Goodbye, Anthony. Are you going to knock one out or do something fun? 6'9" against a lefty. And he's going to get another hit. How about that? A 1 would be a triple. It's a 17. That'll be a double. That's going to score McCann. And this is now getting a little bit out of hand here. With nobody out, they're going to hold up Iglesias. That brings up Kinsler. First, second, and third. Nobody out. They're going to play infield in. 2-10. Ballpark home run. Will he get his second of the game? 1-2-10 here on a righty chance. It is gone. 3-run homer for Kinsler. And he has scored 4 runs and knocked a bunch in here. And the Tigers have just gone... they're getting out the Bronco and taking it for a spin here. And trying to get away from town as their fans are booing them soundly. Now a 9-1 lead. Have had a bunch of blowouts here lately. Well, thank you, MP. So we don't need the D20 now at this point. Upton, 3-9. Single. And Bundy is just turning into a bunch of junk here. Miguel Cabrera. If you go stealing now, you're in big trouble. Well, there's a potential wild pitch. Well, Bundy doesn't throw wild pitches, so let's re-roll. That would have been another home run chance. Against a righty, 4-5, ground ball to third base, so that'll be a 5-4-3. That's a couple outs at least. Gets it back into perspective here with Martinez. Another 4-5 righty. That's another ground ball to third. All right, so we're through 7.5, and that's not a 0. That's my bad. Getting in a hurry. It's more like 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-1. Turning into a bludgeoning at the moment. People are on... Actually, I have to correct you there, Utah Mike. You spelled Utah Street the wrong way, so it's E-U-T-A-W. But all the same, we'll let it go. I'm sure the Yankees fan is loving this. They're going to go with Drew Verhagen here. He's just about done with his stint here with the Tigers. Pelfrey went 7 innings. Nice outing for him, but now he's injured. He's going to miss 2 starts. It's a shame. Stupid Strat. No, not stupid Strat, but stupid injuries. Strat injuries. How about that? Kim. Now in a blowout. There's a single. Maybe Verhagen will blow up here. Here's Scope. 3-3. And a ballpark single. 1-8. That'll be a line out. 1 out. Chris Davis. Got a couple home runs last game. He is 0 for 2. A couple strikeouts this time. And a 2-6. He's got a third one. At least he's not getting the sombrero. But brings up Trumbo. He said Jenkins. Man, I got to go back to that Phillies replay one of these days. And that's a single. What is this? Oh, yeah, that's one of those ballpark corrections. It's a single 1-15 and a line out the rest. So 1-15, and it will be first and second with 2 outs. And they get it. So Trumbo with a hit, and here is Manny Machado, 1 for 3. Bottom of the 8th, 9-1. They could use some runs here, try and make the ninth interesting. That's a 6-9. And that has a chance at being a home run, if you can see it here. Oh. Well, that's a ballpark home run. 6-9. Which, for a righty, is 1 to 10. Can they get one that's not robbed this time? 1 to 10, a home run. It'd be a 3-run shot, and it would be 9-4. It is gone. Machado gets into it. And this game is not over yet. Bottom of the 8th, Drew Verhagen gives up a 3-run shot. It's now 9-4. Orioles not dying yet. Weeders now. Don't need the D20 this time. Verhagen now is tired, so they will... You know, they'll give him one more shot here. Get out of this. If he lets the runner on, they'll go to Kyle Ryan. Against a lefty, 4-3. Oh, boy. Oh, goodness. 4-3. Fly ball B, but it's got the @ sign, which is a dot. That is a single, and that's going to be it for Verhagen. So he's responsible for Weeders. They're going to bring in Kyle Ryan. Oh, whoops. He is a lefty, but they're going to bring him in to face Adam Jones, the righty. So here we go, 2 outs, Adam Jones against the lefty. 6-7 against a right-hander. That's a ground ball to short, and that'll end the inning. It'll be 6-4. They'll go the short way. Fielder's choice. They pick up 3, and we're going to go to the top of the 9th. Still 9-4, but shadow of a doubt here for the Tigers. And Bundy will stay in. Looking at my comments are lining or they're whatever accruing here. So I'm glad you guys are having a nice chat here. Castellanos against Bundy. Against a righty, 4-5. We've had that 3 times now off Bundy's card. That's a ground ball to third. Here is Tyler Collins. 1-6, a strikeout. So 2 outs, it's James McCann. 1-5 and another strikeout. So Bundy, it takes him a little while to get his comfort zone going there. But we're going to go to the bottom of the 9th. They're going to stay with Kyle Ryan, but they're going to have K-Rod warming up just in case. It's not a save situation at the moment. And they're going to start pulling out the stops here. They've got to bring in some guys who might be able to do something. They're going to go with Reimold. Face the lefty. .58 against a righty. That's a ground ball to third. That'll be the first out. Pitcher's spot. I'll go with Caleb Joseph here. Caleb Broseph. Probably not wise to use your catcher in this spot, but we can make it work if we need to. So Joseph against Ryan here. It's this side, not a very good side, but they can hope for that pitcher's card right side. And he gets it, a 6-6 against a righty. That's a fly ball to center. That's the second out. And Kim is going to be relieved by Pedro Alvarez. Last move off the bench here in the bottom of the ninth. 2 outs, 9-4. Detroit on top. Alvarez against Ryan. Detroit looking for their 4th victory. And that's a 6-9 against a lefty. And that's a single. Not over yet. And here is Jonathan Scope. Alvarez, not much of a runner. Here is Scope. 6-3 against a righty. Ground ball to the pitcher. Ryan is a 3-26. Got a chance for an error here. Let's see. 3 and a 1. You see that? That is a 1. That is going to be a single. And, you know, don't call it a comeback, but, you know, it's, and let's see. We got to add this up. 14 on the E26. And there it is, and an error. So he allows a single and an error. And that allows Alvarez to get the third. So that's a single and an E1. And just like that, we've got some noise being made, and you got the big boys coming up. Let's see, what do we got here? 9-4. That is 9-5, 9-6, 9-7, 9-8. So the tying run is not there yet. So second and third. They're going to have to hit Chris Davis here against the lefty. 2 outs. Runners at first, at second and third. 9-4 in the Tigers' favor. They're just looking for one more out here. That's a 6-10. Against a lefty, and that is a potential single. That would score a run if it goes 1-8. And it is an 8. That is a single, and Ryan will now be tired. They're going to have to go to Rodriguez regardless of what the situation is. It's now 9-5, runners at first and third, and they're going to have to make a pitching change as Ryan is tired. Lost his stuff, and they're going to go with Francisco Rodriguez here to try and snuff this finally out. Ryan went a full inning. You know what? I never did look. That was probably not wise. Yeah, we didn't get a 6-12, so he's okay. Okay, reset the game. 9-5. Runners at first and third, so the tying run is on deck. So I believe this would be a save situation by Major League Baseball standards. By Strat standards, this is not the time you need to bring in Rodriguez because of this little save metric or closer rule. But we're going to go with it anyway and see if he can get the save here, because I believe it is a save situation, again, by Major League rules. 9-5. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. Mark Trumbo, the power guy. Can he find a home run here? 3-11. And that's a ground ball to second. It's going to be Kinsler who grabs it. He throws to first, and the ball game is over. A little bit of noise there, but nothing too serious for the Tigers. Orioles do pick up a relatively meaningless run there, and it's going to be 9-5 to close it out here at Camden Yards. Detroit gets to 4-10. Pelfrey will get the victory. That makes him 1-1. And whoa, my power strip just decided to fall down. And for the Orioles, that'll be Gallardo taking the loss. He is now 0-3, and his earned run average will probably ascend a little bit there. right? Where is the error at? That was in the other one. So anyway, player of the game, Ian Kinsler's got to be the guy here. 4 for 5. No triple, but he does have a single, a double, and 2 home runs. You know, it's an almost cycle, if you will. I don't think you can downgrade a home run to a triple to give him that. But let's see, 3, 4 runs batted in for him. Also a homer for Martinez. And but a good game there for Kinsler. And he gets the final out to help K-Rod notch his... what is that? I should have looked at when I was there. That will be Rodriguez's 4th save. So every game that Detroit has won, he has notched a save in. So that's that. Let me check these comments here one final time for all you glorious dudes out there in YouTube land who are so awesome to hang around here and watch a game. It goes over an hour. Not even a real baseball game, just a guy playing some cards and dice here, and you guys, excuse me, really helped make it happen. So I'm glad you think so, MP. Almost an epic comeback. Yeah, well, almost, but not quite. You're welcome, Alf, for the game. I assume I'll get one tomorrow night, and then I think I'm going to want to watch the Gold Cup finale. The United States, although it is a US B team for soccer, I'm still going to probably want to watch that. I used to do some soccer blogging, and still try to take some interest. It's kind of difficult to do that a lot, but sure, Utah Mike. I'll even excuse the lack of the Utah, but you know, that's okay. At least you weren't talking what's that one? I can't remember. There's some rough streets there in Baltimore. I don't think Utah is necessarily one of them, but there's some tough places there, so you got to watch out when you decide to go driving around the city. You just want to kind of stay down there at the Inner Harbor. But unless you're going to take the Beltway and kind of get out of town, head towards D.C. or something. Yeah, Beatles loathe soccer. I'm sure that, yeah, so you're Hup Holland, right, over there? Is that where you are, is the Netherlands? The land of Cruyff and all those wonderful players. That's Arjen Robben, more modern player. That Robin van Persie, I think, is a Dutch player. Yeah, we have. So I root for the Philadelphia Union over here in America, in MLS. I would say the MLS, but I would get smacked around because that's a complete dig at MLS if you ever were to read any media. Ken Castro would be able to tell you about this, I'm sure. But anyway, you can't say the MLS, like, because I guess you don't say that about Major League Baseball. But anyway, so Philadelphia Union, they have a coach, not a coach, general manager, Ernie Stewart, who is a U.S. international, but he was, I do not remember the Cosmos, but he was the sporting director at, is it Alkmaar over there in the Netherlands? And he may have even had some Dutch heritage. So, in any regard, you know, it's fun to follow international soccer. I really wish that our sporting landscape could accommodate a league that could tolerate, you know, the same mechanisms that are in international, namely promotion and relegation, but we really just can't financially manage that at the moment. But But having said that, it's really fun on the international level to watch soccer. And, you know, at some point maybe I'll look into getting... I know that... I know Ken Castro has Soccer Blast, I believe it is, from play.com, P-L-A-A-Y. I'll give them a little nod there. That's where we got History Maker Baseball. And again, thanks to... Yeah, it's kind of a red herring, that story. That's oh yeah. You believe you me, Al, I have spent too much I've spent too much time playing that game. I keep trying to encourage those guys to you know, get their ideas up a little bit, you know, but it is a great game. I've done the whole, tried to take from like you know, the bet, whatever it is. You just, that's stupid money. It's money that's never going to be seen, even if they were to. I mean, it's just a PR stunt. It's to try to smack MLS in the face. Probably timed, because, you know, the U.S., which this U.S. team that's in the Gold Cup has, they're probably 90% MLS players, and the goalkeeper who stood on his head for Jamaica that's in the final against the U.S. plays for the Union, and so I think it's just, by no means do I think MLS is perfect, and I mean, there are a lot of guys out there who will really give MLS a lot of, I mean, they just won't question anything that they do, and I'm not like that. Actually, it's part of the reason I kind of soured on things a bit, because once you get labeled as someone who will question, you kind of seem to get, anytime you have an opinion that varies, they kind of just like put you out there for the world to see as like some kind of a heretic or whatever. But in any regard, this thing from Silva is probably, you know, it's a way to draw a little attention to him, and I wouldn't give it much. I didn't get Kurt flooded. There's no black. It's not blackballing. We got into some real financial nose to the grindstone kind of stuff for a while, and so I was able to cover the Union quite a bit from the press box, which was awesome, and I'd love to go back to doing it. But at the time, driving up, you know, spending gas on those kinds of things, and not really getting remuneration for the effort was. And I have a young family, so now granted I'm sitting here making videos without getting a whole lot of remuneration and all that stuff, but again, I can do it from the comfort of my own home, and but yeah, it's a great sport. The World Cup is, of course, the spectacle that it is, and if you aren't watching the World Cup, you know, I really just don't. I mean, it's not for another 11 months now. It's going to be in Russia, which, with all this political stuff involving, it's not really political stuff. It's political stuff, but it's really just fabricated for the most part, I think. No offense to anybody who agrees with the sort of left, we'll say. Trying not to be antagonistic here, but there are going to be some people who are really interested in Russia and how those ties come together. It's just I don't see much of them. But anyway, having this thing in Russia, it's going to be kind of sucky, because then it means all the games are going to be earlier. Now, granted, I watch Premier League, so it's okay to watch them on a set. But, you know, on a Wednesday morning or Wednesday, you know, you got to get off. You got to get off work and go, you know, watch it at lunchtime or something, and take a long lunch or take some vacation. It's just, but it is cool. I will say, when you get a U.S. game and you're going to the pub or whatever, and you get a bunch of your coworkers and you're all rooting for the U.S. against whoever. It seems to be Ghana every 4 years. It's great, and I mean, it was a great time last time around. I hope we are able to fare even better. It seems like maybe they're getting their act together a bit, but we just needed to get in at this point. They were all over the place with Klinsmann. Now they seem to be getting a little more in line. But anyway, I've gone on here for another 10 minutes on stuff that's not even related to Stratomatic or to tabletop baseball. But just to say one last thing, I'm hoping that here we will eventually branch into other sports. I know that Tabletop Earl is also on board with that to an extent. He's done some basketball videos, and I think we'd like to eventually get into some other sports, be it football, you know, the big four. We already do baseball, but the other three of the big four, you know, there's soccer, there's golf, there's I know Al does some, what is it, wrestling? I don't know. It's pretty wacky stuff that you do there, but more power to you. I'm sure you get lots of people watching it because it's pretty interesting stuff. But you know, you always have crowds that like those kinds of things. But boxing, yeah, anyway, yeah, I guess I shouldn't do that anymore. I'm liable to hit myself in the face. Oh, let's see. Yeah, need to do the old uppercut. But anyway, so all right, I'm gonna get going. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you could send a like or two, I guess you can't do a second like, but liking the videos really. Yeah, Mike Tyson's Punch Out was pretty cool. I always love that game. But yeah, liking the videos, you know, it doesn't just stroke our ego, although it does make you feel a little better. But I feel like it does probably help out with YouTube's algorithms. And notice that has the word Al in it for Al Red Sox fan. But you know, and subscribe to the channel. We'll get you some updates and some notifications when we're online here. And you can either avoid us or just you know, assimilate with the crowd like the rest of you guys. But anyway, and feel free to comment about this game, about your own projects. There's a Facebook group called Tabletop Baseball. Join that. We'd love to have you. You can report on your leagues there. We try to support each other. There's a Twitter account, probably not quite as much use on there, but we do try. And I think that's about it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate your support, and till next time, I hope you all keep rolling and strat on, and have a great night.